right, fellas. In the spirit of tax season, I figured we may want to, do a video about people not wasting their tax dollars. You know what I mean? I know for a lot of people it's a tax return season, and more people have their money spent before it even comes in. You know, so I figured, we like to talk about business on the show, and we can maybe go over a few better options for your tax money as opposed to, just fucking it off.
Well, women, first and foremost, don't let your baby daddy flip your taxes. Because you know you're bad with money and he gonna buy Xbox and some Jordans and a bottle of
Hennessy,
or Douce or some shit, and some Beats headphones, and then give you the same lame ass excuse he been giving you for 4 years, and all your hard-earned dollars have gone down.
You hating on the hustlers,
You know
man. They flipping them bitches.
He said, "Everybody say them about hustlers."
You done bought a couple ounces of shit.
We talking about them niggas
On
that's
and popping.
they see their future and they buying promethazine.
Nah, I'm talking like crazy.
And socks with the for the individual toe and shit. You know, one of them niggas get your money, please.
That's a lot of niggas that's income tax pimping now. They might set it up in like December. He's like, all right, I'm gonna get with this bitch right before she get her W-2s, and then she ain't gonna know what's going on. If I wait till the W-2s come, it's too late. So I'm gonna chill with her. It's winter time. You know, she want a little wintertime boo and all of that.
She's snow babe.
Right. I'm gonna be her snow babe. February come, that direct deposit hit. I'm gonna get my couple stacks. I'm never talking to this bitch again for the rest of my life.
You can be like Dave Chappelle, gotcha, bitch.
Right. But it happens.
This is interesting. I mean that the people actually just get their checks over to people.
Anytime people have a sudden influx of money, like remember when Bush did the stimulus, and everybody just got like an extra check, and like, well, not everybody.
Like August or something.
I never benefit from shit like that, other than from selling stuff to the motherfuckers that got the check.
Exactly.
But anytime people who don't have money get a sudden influx of money,
they're typically
it's typically gonna be gone because that's why you don't have money in the first place. If you make over a certain amount of money, you're not getting shit back on your taxes.
Right. Yeah, or if you're on a business or something like that, you don't get nothing taken out unless you send it, quarterly or whatever. And so then you don't really get. You typically gonna owe.
Yeah. Ultimately, you gotta have a plan before you get that money. If you got a plan, you got a goal. It's not enticing to you to go run out and buy whatever your heart's desire. If you got a plan, you can put that money aside, invest it.
And if you don't have a plan, just let that shit sit until you figure out what to do.
I'm about to say, just simply.
You know what I mean? Like don't let the money burn a hole in your pocket, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if you feel like you never got money and now you got some money, have some money for a second.
Have some money.
And
But
stop getting new cars. I know people who literally get a new car every time they pay off their old car just because they get notifications in the mail saying it's time for you to get another car.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep your car.
Yeah.
Keep that money in your pocket
Keep your money in your pocket.
At least know what it feels like.
Yeah, and pay the car note to yourself for a while and see how you can stack that bread up.
Invest your money. I think that
But
was the biggest thing.
that's only valuable if you have a plan.
Yeah.
Or you interested in having a plan. Like you said,
but
you might not have a
it's
plan.
even people who are interested in having a plan, and they'll call investors lucky. You know what I mean? Like something pops up that you interested in. Say somebody
You
wants,
hear something.
Yeah, somebody say they want like a party bus or rental property or whatever the case may be, and it might end up being relatively low, $5 grand, $10 grand, $7 grand, something like that. They'll call the person positioned to spend that 10 grand lucky, but they may have made just as much as that same person.
Yeah.
And instead of holding on to that money and putting it aside or letting that money sit for the opportunity, they'll sit up and say, "Oh man, some motherfuckers is just lucky." You know what I mean?
Right.
They say luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So you got to prepare for luck.
The opportunity's gonna come knocking.
Yeah.
It's just up to you if you are. You can be like, oh man, I ain't got it.
You're able to answer the door now.
Exactly.
I think perspective is very important. You know what I'm saying? And your perspective in being able to, number one, recognize opportunity. Everybody don't recognize opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Opportunities come across you all the time. I remember when I was 19, I'll never forget. I was training this millionaire stock dude. And he told me about, I don't even know if he was supposed to tell me about this shit, but it was some oil drilling company. He's like, if you got a few $1,000s, I can get you some stuff real cheap, blah, blah, blah. And I was dead fucking broke.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I was like, God damn, I'm dead fucking broke. You know what I mean? But if I would have, you know, and I wasn't sloppy with my money.
It ended up shooting
You know
up.
what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It would have been some cake later on.
I'm gonna tell your
You know what
daughter.
I'm saying?
She was like, "Fuck you, Dad. You didn't have stacks on deck.
You
when
know I could have had.
Yeah, man, but when you prepared,
Nah, that's real though. And my thing is also, if you know that you're bad with money, if you need to figure out what to do with that money before it comes, first of all, so you can just hurry up and do that before you fuck it up.
I.e. a plan.
If you are going to fuck your money up, at least do one thing positive first. Like at the school, you know, we'll get people that'll sign up for a nursing assistant class or a phlebotomy class or something like that soon as they get their taxes. To me, that's a good thing because at least they're investing in themselves. They're investing to make more money this year, to be a better person. Even if they go fuck off the rest of that money, at least they did one thing right. They invested in a new career at MedCert in Cleveland, Ohio.
Right.
440-786-2378.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with
Shut up,
that.
nigga.
That's real shit though. For real. That's real shit.
Nah, it's
I'll be
good.
proud of people when I see them do stuff like that because you
That's
could just go fuck it up.
Right.
2 doors down from us at T-Mobile buying new cell phones for everybody instead of coming over there and getting an education.
New cell phones for everybody.
Or you could just give me your money.
I'll take it. I think motherfuckers, a lot of motherfuckers ain't been.
It's too late. You needed to lay that footwork in December.
Maybe November.
Somebody.
You got to start being early. I think a lot of people, most people ain't been 5 miles outside of where the fuck they was born at. So maybe you need to take a vacation, experience a little bit of something else in this world besides this 5 mile radius of your house.
You think it's gonna make them better with their money though?
It'll give you more experience in things.
It can also show
Open
you
your mind up.
opportunities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know, the Children's Party Center we started that because we went to a party for my nephew in Virginia.
Okay.
And they had all these bounce houses. It's just indoor parties. You know what I mean? And Virginia got better weather than us. You know, Cleveland weather is terrible.
Right.
And I was like, well, shit, I got a couple bounce houses already. I got the truck, so I can just...
Yeah.
And I had the space. So
Yeah.
it was like, hey, fuck it. You know, it ain't as big, but I just rock with it if I got to pay for the space anyway.
Right.
I may as well buy some rubber mat flooring and just call it a day. So if we hadn't went there, and that ain't like a great trip or nothing, it's just going down 6 hours away. It's just visiting family, but it's just about being outside of your little circle.
Yeah,
You
that's
see
right.
I
stuff.
think with that though, it
You
kind
know
of
what I
depends
mean?
on what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
If you really don't even see stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
I remember when we first started the moving company, I was in Atlanta, and I saw a whole bunch of moving companies had like bandit signs like you use for real estate with their hourly rates on there. And it was like everywhere. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers down here hustling.
They hustle.
Guess what I did as soon as I got back?
Yeah, I remember,
need some
I remember
signs,
when you
man.
got back and you was talking about
Yeah,
that. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So
yeah.
it's if you're a visionary type of person that's looking for new ideas and all of that, I think it helps. But for the average person, they go on vacation and just don't do shit.
They don't
Yeah,
see
I can
shit.
see that. I can see that. That's
Spend money.
It's still
eat.
good to get outside of that and your environment.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people do spend income tax money on, I can finally pay for that Vegas trip and stuff like that, which is cool. But again, even if you're going to fuck that money up, do something. Take a class.
Yeah, do one positive thing.
Yeah, just at least one thing.
Oh,
Don't work all your life just to pay bills and have cheap thrills and do it all again another year. Please.
Right.
Well,
I mean, you
buy some
figure
stocks.
even if you used to making, let's say you used to working in fast food, and not to keep throwing my own shit in there, but it just makes sense. You used to work in a fast food making like $8 an hour. You know, you can go somewhere and take a nursing assistant class or a dental assistant or some shit like that, and you can jump from $8 an hour up to $13 an hour. Even if you fuck the rest of the money up, at least your quality of life is going to change because of that small investment that you made.
Right.
But
So-
that's the key, man. Just understanding, investing. Just getting past instant gratification. That's a huge problem.
And
we got.
trinkets.
Yeah, we got this habit of just throwing stuff away because we don't think we're gonna have it. I mean, you know, only black people. I've only heard black people say you can't take it with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That whole you can't take it with you. You may as well.
Well,
you know.
I think the reason for that is because black people are traditionally the brokest motherfuckers in the country.
Yeah.
And people try to justify brokenness.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
we had all kind of sayings that we used to hear
Yeah,
people say when we
but
was younger.
saying you can't take it with you is like
Can't
trying
get
to,
blurred out of a
get
tunnel.
back to brokenness. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's like
it's an excuse to
yeah,
be
and
broke
it's,
for
and
your
it's
whole
just
life.
like, you know, think about, for one, if you got children, think about them. You know what I'm saying? If you got $1,000 that you can put into your kid's future, put $1,000 in your kid's future. If you don't want to put your whole return in it, just take a portion of it.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But don't just fuck off the money and have nothing to show for it. And you know, say you did your best when you could have done more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Buy some stocks for your kids.
Ultimately,
You know what I mean?
is this: we have a culture of starting our children off at zero or negative, like me did,
Yeah.
and we fucking think that's a great idea and shit. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you having children for and working your ass off for, so they can start off at zero or negative? Fuck that shit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's funny because like even when we was just joking and I was saying your daughter was gonna say fuck you dad, that's because when we talk we think about stuff like that. Like I could have said your wife, but that money wouldn't really be for y'all.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
money that you would have left behind for her later.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's about thinking generationally and thinking 100 years down the line and
Yeah.
your grandkids being able to say my granddad was a great man. He put us in a position and he established a standard in our family.
And it takes visionary. And again, this is not going to hit everybody the same. But ultimately, you have to be a visionary. You have to have an imagination. You have to dream. You know what I'm saying? For you to be able to think 100 years ahead. Because I think that's hard for a lot of people to conceptualize. But, you know, you're going to have children, or you may have children now. And those children are going to have children, and so on and so forth. And 100 years from now, you know, have a legacy that means something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
For
look
your
at
family.
a company like Johnson and
Johnson
Johnson.
Johnson, perfect.
One of them presidential cats was married to the Heinz lady. Which one of them
John
cats?
Kerry.
Yeah.
Was it John Kerry?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't invent ketchup herself. That's some shit that somebody way back in her line.
Yeah.
And they probably, and you know, they didn't even invent it. They
probably
just
stole it from
branded
Slade.
it.
Probably.
Every time they see a cookout, they
One of our
just
ancestors.
feel good.
Right,
But you
right.
see-
They'd be like,
Hell yeah.
Jack Daniels is a great fucking example of that. But yeah, I see.
He
your
stole the
point.
shit out of that. But
Absolutely.
but you see,
even if you gotta steal an idea, nigga, steal it for your grandkids.
but it's a reason why
Do something.
when you see old ass houses and you see the old ass picture of granddad.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because granddad
Right. Was
hustled and
hustled.
left these motherfuckers
Right.
something.
Right.
That picture gonna be there forever.
I mean, yeah,
Definitely.
that's
Ain't no picture of it. I'm like, black people don't put no picture of nobody in their family. They ain't left them
Yeah,
shit.
because it's
That shit
people
go in the
honor
box.
because they appreciate what you've done for them. I mean, it's one
Right.
thing to say this is my granddad, I love him, and you know, without him I wouldn't be here. It's another thing to say,
I'm in this
look at
position,
where he
yeah.
left us.
Right,
Look
don't
at-
love me by default.
Yeah,
That's
don't
cool.
love
Love
me
me
because
because
I-
I did some shit.
Yeah,
Not just
exactly.
because his granddaddy. I'm supposed to love that nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's real
He
shit.
old, I gotta respect him.
That's real shit.
Fuck you, granddad.
Let's change the culture.
Right. You don't get props just because you busted nut in somebody.
Right. Absolutely.
That ain't shit. Anybody can do that.
Anybody can fucking do
That
that.
ain't prop worthy. I mean,
God
Cut
bless
that shit off. Go
God
ahead.
bless.
the
ass
easy
nigga.
sneeze.
Ted do it all the goddamn time. Busting somebody, busting nuts to somebody.
But you don't get props because of that. I mean, it's a good thing. It's a standard thing to do to stand around. But just like my wife always say, I'm not giving you credit for doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
You get credit for going
Above
above
and
and beyond.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think also with the income tax thing, a lot of people overestimate how much it costs to start a business.
Yeah.
I've started several businesses with no fucking money, but a
Exactly.
whole bunch of belief.
And it's the idea that just starts the business for real. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I always say, start in service and then expand yourself. When you have capital, get into more capital dependent businesses. You know.
If you got an income tax check, you can start a moving company.
Yeah, and you gotta let go of the idea of getting a tax return. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had people say, I couldn't imagine not getting a tax return. That's your money, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you're not getting a gift from the government. They just took too much of your money, now they're giving you it back. It's more important. Even if I had a job like with my wife, I remember we were going over her income, over her W-2 and all of that stuff, and I was like, well, we're gonna do this exemption, and she was like, I was explaining to her, it's better to owe, because we get to use that money now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's better to owe than it is for us to we can save money. That ain't a problem. You know what I'm saying? But if we need money to do some shit,
Yeah, that money
if
be
an opportunity
working.
pops up right now, why would I let somebody else hold our money
Definitely.
And invest it.
and
That's
invest
what
our
they doing.
money?
Right.
And we could be holding our money and investing our own shit. So if we don't get $3,000 back and we owe $2,000 or whatever the fuck, it don't matter because we got time to flip that money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Government pimping you.
I'm about to say, even though it's all bullshit,
Right. Government like, hey nigga,
I should never owe anybody shit.
Your paycheck.
Yeah, they can hold your money and do something with it while and that's
And
the
that's
thing.
literally what they do.
That's
They
exactly what
flipping
they
your
do.
paycheck,
That's exactly
and then
what
they give
they do.
you
Yeah.
keep the interest.
Yeah,
But
so-
Kilo Sack, you
shit.
say you work for 3 months for free, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
And Sandy Watkins, a lot of good videos on YouTube. Excuse me.
But everybody can't see them.
Oh really?
You got to be on tax spot.
Oh.
We can see them.
Okay.
Everybody else can't see them. He
Okay.
got a couple on there,
Okay.
but you got to have the tax spot app to see
all the
all
other
those other videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good information
Yeah.
out there
Tell me
to
about him.
try to keep that money in
I
your
got
pocket.
text about
ahead of
yeah,
time.
you ain't telling about him.
You got a tax spot, right?
Yeah, I got a text about yeah.
Yeah, but they
The videos are in
he
there.
said, yeah.
Oh, it's on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying YouTube, but it's just connected.
Yeah. So if you log in on the computer,
Mm-hmm.
now you always do it on the phone.
Yeah, I always do it on the
You log
phone.
in on the computer, you can get through the different.
And what we're
Okay.
talking about is an app that allows you to keep a lot of your money in your pocket
Yeah.
and write off a lot of different things. For example, business dinners, your mileage when you're driving for work, all that stuff that a lot of times we neglect to write off and all of that.
And
It keeps track of all that stuff for you.
And it also explains to you how to do it so that it's deductible. You know what I'm saying? Like we
right,
do
right,
we do like the company cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a certain way I have to format the actual itinerary,
Mm-hmm.
a certain amount of emails I have to send
Mhm.
leading up to the trip. You know what I'm saying? And then a certain amount of days of that trip have to be considered
Right. Right.
business.
Business,
and,
right.
and then you got to know what a business is considered. So the flight is considered business, and then majority of a work day. So
Okay.
you got to have. So if you got an 8-day trip, you got to have 5 work days.
Mhm.
You got 1 day on the flight, you got another day on the flight, and then you got to have 3. So you
Even
gotta-
like with like a dinner or something. If
Uh-huh.
I say I went out to, me and you done did it a couple of
yeah,
times.
yeah,
We went out, grabbed something to eat. All right, I went out to eat with Ed. This is what we talked about. You have to say what the business was that you talked about,
exactly.
and all that stuff to make a tax deduction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, with the income tax season and all of that, I mean, it's good on if you're a hustler.
yeah, yeah.
It's good to be. It's a good time to be selling stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's
and
a
that's
good
what you
time.
want to think about. This tax season, take a look around and talk to all your friends who spend the worst.
Mm-hmm.
And just think about what they're buying, right? And just say, what of the shit that they buying can I have to sell to people like them next year?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Even
Yeah, and
years
then-
ago,
yeah.
when I was selling mixtapes and stuff like that, wholesale to the stores,
Mhm.
tax season was crazy
Oh, tax
because they
season
was
was
like, it might be a
yeah.
cell phone store or something like that. They going in there to buy a cell phone, and they just happen to have mixtapes.
Mhm.
Shit, I got an extra 5,000 in my pocket. Let me get 8 mixtapes.
Yeah.
You ain't even come in there for that, but I mean, it's just little shit like that.
Like
It's just
Walmart.
it's just about having your eyes open, right? It's like the shit at the front of the aisle in
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah. And
Where
that's
you
what
put the
the
chips
And all of
I
that
don't
is
pay
very
no attention to none of that
scientific,
shit.
by
I'll
the
be
way.
like, fuck y'all.
It's normal. It's all a waste of money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You be like,
but-
that's some bullshit.
Yeah, but
You're
that's
putting
the
that
thing,
shit on the
like,
conveyor belt.
people are impulse buyers. Walmart's a prime example. If you notice, every Walmart you go to is set up different.
Yeah.
That's a rule. Because they don't want you to be able to walk directly to what you want. Because they know if you walk around,
You're gonna put more shit in the
you're gonna
cart.
spend more money. So they move everything around in every single Walmart. So you can't just go in and get to the same stuff. You know what I mean? And so
and like the
as a
stuff
result,
and the stuff that you need, they put in the back of the store. So
Right.
So you gotta walk all the way to
You
it.
gotta walk
Yeah.
past.
That's
You're
why
like,
the toilet tissue and shit is always in the
Yeah,
fucking
right,
back.
right.
So you
You
can
can't
walk
get some
past and be
tissue.
like, damn, nigga, I did need some new waffle iron.
the eggs, the milk.
I'm making waffles
Right.
Sunday.
Right. The
No, you ain't, nigga.
That scene on TV stuff like, damn, I did want that.
I thought I had to get this online. I gotta get it here.
Right, and it's only $19.
$10?
Nigga,
I'm on it.
why didn't anybody tell me about this?
$100 later.
Right, $100 later. But that's, I mean,
But I'm getting my tax returns. I can
but
afford
everything
it.
is a game to relieve you of that money that's in your pocket.
Exactly.
You just gotta not
No.
be the hoe.
Yeah.
Stop being the hoe at a certain point.
That's
And that's what all of this really boiled down to. At a certain point,
perspective.
stop being the hoe.
Or stop being a trick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Be the hoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a
I want the
hoe.
money. I want the
Yeah,
money.
be the pimp. Yeah.
Your money should be the hoe, and you should not be just the trick.
Yeah.
Everybody else a trick.
Right. And that's what we fall victim to all the time, especially when we get a fat ass lump sum. You know, everybody's done it before. You get a lump sum of money, you be like, nigga, I ain't gonna never be broke again.
Yeah.
It's
Till
on
next
and
week.
2 days later,
Maybe you get a refund check from college. In this same video, all of this applies to a refund check from college. Still, you get a refund check, and you be like, nigga, I'm balling. I'm never gonna be broke again. Like 2 months
James got a
later.
Gucci belt.
Where did that $3,000
We
go?
buying bottles.
Yeah,
We
man.
doing this. We doing all this stupid shit that we seen other niggas do that we wanted to do and couldn't afford to do. Fuck that. Focus on the future. And for you sensitive motherfuckers about language,
You gonna leave it right
be
there?
well.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Be well.
I remember I had read an article. This was after I got out of college. It was an article about a dude that was in college, and you know they'll let you borrow more money than you actually need. You get a fat ass refund and all that.
He bought some real shit, huh?
He opened a couple barbershops and
Yeah,
all of
that's
that.
what I-
I felt like the biggest
Piece of shit,
I
right.
hustled when I was in college.
Yeah.
That's where I learned how to hustle at.
Yeah.
I was the CD nigga.
But
I
if I'd have
sold
known
anything.
about real estate then what I know
Yeah,
now,
if I knew what I knew now,
would be
and when I
involved
read
in
that
stuff.
article, I was like,
Yeah,
sire,
yeah.
why
That's what,
didn't you tell me about
Yeah.
this?
that's what I told Dame. I was like, if I went back to school, I would get 10, 20 grand extra.
Man, I
would
like the
buy a
government
couple
ass
houses every year.
Hell
You
yeah.
would kill on the rate of return for your
Those
investment.
houses would pay for your student loan debt that you
Quickly,
just
though.
created.
Quickly,
You're knocking
though.
that debt out. You
Yeah.
can pay that debt
In
off
a
within
year.
a few years.
Yeah.
If you go to a school that's affordable and you can pay, you can take out way more money than that tuition is worth, and they have to give it back to you. Shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got access to capital. You
I
just
would
gotta
open up
look
a
at
car
how you
lot.
got access to capital. Oh, yeah,
I would have did all kinds
car
of
lot,
shit.
real estate, the whole nine.
The beautiful thing though is our kids ain't got to
Worry
look
about
back
that.
and say the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So stop starting them from zero and negative and shit.
Yeah.
Build a legacy, motherfucker. Get your tax return, fucking do something positive with it.
And that's the thing. I know even
Fuck you if you don't like my language.
I know a lot of people, you know, say a lot of different things and all of that, but that's one thing I can say even with all of us and a lot of people that I know that's gotten off of that starting your kids off at zero thing.
Yeah.
Your kids gonna go to school with an excellent head start. They
Head
don't
start,
know
yeah.
way more.
Yeah.
We thought we was just smoking weed and fucking bitches, and we thought that was the thing.
We thought that was it.
But that was stupid.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
nobody told me don't smoke weed and fuck bitches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Might not have listened though. Might not listen.
I might not have listened all the way.
Right.
At least I would have had a
Don't
rental
fuck
property.
bitches.
Not just memories of dangerous, stupid shit that I
On the
did.
pictures of you kicking it with that money. The
Right.
Timbs that you went and bought that day.
Right.
The
Exactly.
pound of weed that you bought that day.
With the extra baggy clothes for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
With the Willie
Yeah,
Esco t-shirt.
That you've donated now.
But if kids see their parents come into a lump sum of money once a year and they blow it, what do you expect your kids to go off to college
Do
and
the
do
same goddamn
once
thing.
they get some money? They
Right.
gonna smoke weed and fuck bitches.
Yeah.
Because that's what you taught them to do.
That's what you did
So
when
don't
you got your
fucking-
tax
Exactly.
return.
So don't get fucking mad at them
And
because
teaching
you taught them
your
bad
kids.
habits.
Right. They're like,
Yeah.
Daddy, it's smoking weed and fucking
Right.
bitches.
Because it was cute when you did it, but now it's bad when they do
doing,
it. You know what I'm saying?
You fucking that
Smoking weed and fucking bitches, Daddy. I'm gonna do the same thing. I learned from watching you.
bitch. I like
man.
this.
But you know, that's what it's about. We teach them bad habits and shit like that, and they get mad when they do the same thing that they just emulate now.
Yeah, kids are always gonna emulate. Emulate always trumps words.
Words.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you can
they
say
ain't
don't
gonna
do this,
listen.
don't do that.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna listen to that shit. They gonna do.
Well, you did
But
that.
you
You
do.
seem like you're doing okay, or that's what I'm used to seeing.
Shit, it's human nature. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because you take a little baby, they don't even know how to talk yet. They watching your lead. They're taking your lead.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter right now is at the stage of just completely copying everything I
Right.
say. So we'll be talking about just anything, and she just word for word as best as she can, just repeating it. You know what I mean? So that's what they do, man. I mean,
Right,
people learn from copying.
Right. And it doesn't change. And I think a lot of times
We
we
think,
think,
that, we get to a level where it changes. It doesn't.
Yeah, it
you know
doesn't.
what I mean?
Absolutely
Right,
not.
that's real.
absolutely not.
That's real.
Even now, if I'm in a whatever field I'm in and I see somebody look like they know what the fuck they're talking about, look like they doing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. He looks like he's successful, or she look like she's successful. I'm gonna do what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying?
And there's nothing wrong. I mean, you should seek that out. Like, even like we talking about tax returns and shit like that. If you know somebody that's doing well financially and you respect them,
Like a Boyce Watkins,
You-
check his class out.
or I mean, even if it's somebody
Right,
that
yeah.
you know personally,
Personally, yeah.
Yeah.
but that's an investment in itself, like a Boyce
Exactly.
Watkins class. But ask them, what should I do with this tax refund? I respect whenever I see
Well, let me hold it.
right a little homie that
First of all,
Yeah.
a little homie that come to me and ask me for some advice because they see how I'm doing my businesses and all of that. To me, that's like I have to help him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's nice, man.
You know?
It's good to see young people who want to step outside of
because they different.
the norm. Yeah,
And
well, they
even on-
haven't been broken yet either.
and even on the selfish
Yeah.
level, even when somebody say, "Hey, I like what you doing and all of that," could you give me some advice? You be like, "Who, me? Pull up a chair, let's talk."
You know?
You know what I'm saying?
Rumble,
Yeah,
young
get a
man,
pen.
rumble.
it makes you
Right.
feel good on even on the selfish level to
Yeah.
help somebody else.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. You're talking about the vanity aspect of it, but ultimately, if more of us did that, share your knowledge to help your brother, your sister, you know what I'm saying, come up, we can come up as a people. But the problem is we want to hoard our resources or hoard our knowledge, and we just want to be the man. We want to be the
Yeah,
one.
and too, once we get
You know
to
what
a
I'm
big homie status, because we talked about this when we went to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't, like, the people who are, like, balling.
Mm-hmm.
The real estate owners, the people who own businesses that are really thriving and bringing, that they fully living off of and investing off of, they don't go to those anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
And so
true.
you
That's true.
get to a point where it's like, all right, you know, when I was making 10 on the side or 20 on the side, it was cool. Now that I'm making 100, I don't need
I
that
don't
shit.
need
no
that.
Yeah, that's real.
But they need you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Even if you don't need it no more, which it can't hurt you,
Right.
they need you. You know what I mean? But we got this kind of
Cutting off the knowledge.
yeah, exactly. We
You
graduate.
fucking crimp the goddamn holes, the
Yeah.
water holes.
To me, no matter what level I could possibly get to,
You got to be with the people.
it's beautiful that somebody's even willing to listen to me.
Exactly.
That you respect my opinion enough that you will let me help mold your life.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's why that's so dope. But
And anybody who's gotten to a point where they are doing really well knows the value of being able to shoot shit up, you know, bounce stuff off of other people who are entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? So for you to be a successful entrepreneur, to take your knowledge away from other people, you know what I mean? You got to think about that and think about how it would have affected you if the person who gave you the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
breaking the
saying?
chain, right?
Yeah, if the person who gave you the game never gave you that game, if
Fucking
you never met that
rotation.
person,
And some
yeah.
people got to learn humility. The people that need to ask for the help or ask for the knowledge. That most people too proud to ask somebody, "Hey, what did you do?
Yeah.
What should I do? What should I read?
Well,
What
last
should
time-
I watch?
What should I not do?
What should I not
what
do?
do you regret?
Right?
Yeah.
What did you fuck up? Let me not do that shit." You know what I mean? Like you best believe if this is why Jay-Z hanging around Warren Buffett. Understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all idolize Jay-Z, but Warren Buffett is teaching him shit.
You trying to level up?
You just bought
So
a venture
understand
capital company.
Yeah.
So you got Nas been in that game for a minute.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Nas is a hustler, man. Nas is doing big stuff.
But at the end of the day, you know, the income tax season is upon us, as I always say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to be hustling,
Good time for the hustlers.
trying to get money because that money's circulating. Money is circulating like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a
Try
lot
to
easier
get
to
in
sell
that
something
circle.
right now than any other time. And if you got the money, just don't fuck it up. And if you're going to fuck it up, do something positive before you fuck it up.
So goal for 2017: turn your relationship around with the income tax season.
And
Your
level
relationship
up.
with money is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Not with your woman, with your
You
money.
may need to do that too. But
Yeah,
turn
for
your
real, for real.
relationship around with the income tax season. Try to find a way to be the supplier instead of the
You want to be the
Buyer.
plug.
demander all the time.
You want to be Chapo. You want to be
Use
the
that time to
Chapo.
level up. Like you said, even with your mate. Hey, I got some income tax dollars. I'm about to put her in the class to do this.
Mm-hmm.
We about to both be getting this money this year.
Yeah.
Or same thing. Nigga ask you, can you use your money to buy some weed to sell?
Mm-hmm.
No, nigga, but you can't go to trade school.
Yeah.
Sorry, my brother, you got to go to HVAC.
No, my brother, you got to
You gonna work on some havoc, motherfucker.
Right.
And if you lost your job and you're out of work but you got a little income tax money, take some of that money and buy some shit that you can use and make some money. Buy a snowblower, buy a fucking lawnmower. You know what I mean? Buy some rakes.
Everything Cleveland needs. Buy that shit.
Get some stuff that, even if the season ain't upon us right now, get something that can help you make some money later.
This is the perfect time. You can buy landscaping equipment cheaper in the wintertime than in the summertime.
Exactly.
Start a business.
Yeah.
If you gon' lean on your girl for her tax return, if your cousin gon' let you claim one of her kids,
they
start
cut
a
that
fucking
off
business.
though.
They did?
That's why it's taking so long.
Oh.
You know how the season I had to ain't nothing moving right now.
Okay.
It's a 2-week delay now.
They're cracking down on all that false claims.
Certain claims.
That's why ain't nobody got no money.
You can't
The
claim the
earned
welfare
income tax
kids.
credit.
So
That's
broads,
what
they
it
got
is.
too many kids. It's just a couple kids going to waste.
Yeah, the welfare kids going
Well,
away.
no, I ain't gonna say it's going to waste. It's just you gotta wait. They gotta verify things.
But that's what I'm saying. The only reason why you would let somebody else claim one of your kids is
Because
because
you got more kids than you can claim.
right. You got more kids than you're gonna get money for.
Right.
So I give you my overage.
And you give me when we split the deal.
right.
You know what I mean?
You
So
give
y'all
me
understand business, you just not working into your advantage.
Exactly.
Right.
Because-
But it's a
That's what
lot
it
of
is.
schemers out there that understand how things work. They just not putting that energy
Yeah, and
into
I was
good
gonna
use.
say,
There's
last
some
thing,
broads out here that can do some shit
Exactly.
on the computer.
that's exactly
Whatever. Nigga, you need a W-2?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'll make it up. You need the pay stub? I got you.
And the same person that'll say they just don't understand business and all of that will know exactly how to. I mean, you could be an accountant because you know how to claim shit so smoothly to get your. You know how to maximize returns better than H&R Block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
But
real.
but then you don't apply that to anything real and legitimate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It has to be a hustle. It has to be a scheme.
Yeah.
You know, it's like talking. I remember when I was a kid, I worked at Perkins. And it was like, for some reason, a bunch of ex-cons in Perkins. I don't know what that shit was about.
Imagine
But
that.
these two dudes had both got locked up for selling weed. And they had the most scientific weed conversations like you ever hear in your fucking life. And it's like, dude, you're a scientist.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Apply this shit to something
else.
else.
About why the high and I got high this way and it felt like this. And he's like, oh, that's because the level of this, that, THC is this and this. But I'm like, God, these motherfuckers know
You can't learn.
about weed. Yeah.
I remember when I was doing tutoring in the high school in the hood, these kids, I had kids that I asked them what's 6 times 3. They didn't know. It was sad as fuck because I'm supposed to be there to help them pass the 9th grade proficiency test. I can't show you how to do algebra and you don't know what 6 times 3 is. This is the problem that go back years.
But ask him if Kobe makes 6 3-pointers.
They know that, and these motherfuckers will get on
You
the
know?
computer, and like they block certain websites on the school computer. They go, oh, that ain't nothing. All you gotta do is do this. I'm like, you little fucking genius. Nigga, you might not be good at math. Of course we need to get your math level up because you can't be that, you can't survive being that bad
You
at
can't
math.
be below average there.
But nobody's ever found out what you were good at.
Yeah, and nobody cared.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. My homie told me they was
Because
at
of that proficiency test.
for lack of better words, I
Right.
would call it like a town hall meeting against elders and the youth. And the youth would get up there and they would speak like, well, this is how I feel about school. I feel like they ain't listen to us. I feel like I didn't learn anything that I can use to apply to my life. And after the youth get done speaking,
The elders
these
shut up and
motherfuckers
take it.
go up there and say some
Shit on them.
that might have worked 60 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, don't blame the teachers, blame yourself and this. That. Motherfucker, I just went through school. I know that 90% of that shit I learned.
Ain't gonna do nothing.
I don't know no more.
Right.
It ain't
Because
gonna do nothing for
Right.
it.
what I need
Yeah,
to
that
learn
too.
it for? If it's not gonna make me no money or help me survive, help me put some food in my belly, or if I got children or a woman to take care of, you know what I'm saying? If it don't apply to my life now, what the fuck I need to remember it for? You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about y'all, we a lot of us the same age, but you know shit. A lot of that shit that have nothing to do, it doesn't help me.
Well, you need to just understand
Exist.
that school is not designed to help you.
It's not.
Right.
But my
And
point is
people got this notion of school was designed to help you,
right.
and it's not. It was designed to
To
help
help
the
them.
company.
Right.
Yeah.
We put
Right.
school a little bit too
Yeah.
high on a pedestal. That's
Yeah.
like when we talk about you don't really get credit for doing shit that you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
School is kind of like that. All right, it's just the technicality that you
Yeah.
got to get through in order to be quote unquote,
Yeah.
sort of, in order to quote unquote being successful.
Yeah.
At least need to
You got to be
Yeah,
competent.
you're supposed to at least graduate high school and all of
And
that.
just understand.
But that ain't the only
yeah.
education that you need to
And
have.
school is designed to help you about as much as your job is designed to help.
Right.
Right.
It's designed to help the company.
Right. Right.
Now
right.
it might help you by helping the company.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you're not helping the school don't care nothing about you.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you ain't helping the company don't care nothing about you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's just a matter of understanding as a parent that if you want your kid to have an edge, you got to give it to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
100% agree.
I remember last career day I did, you know, I wrestled, and so the kids knew I was a good wrestler and everything, and they were asking me how to get good, and I was like, well, what are you doing extra? They was like, well, you know, I go to practice every day, so and I work hard at practice. I was like, okay, but what are you doing extra?
Right.
And he was like, I just can't seem to get better. I was like, well, you're doing the same things as everybody else, right?
Right.
And he was like, yeah, I'm like, and you about as good as everybody else, right? He was like, yeah. I'm like, what makes you think you should be better than everybody else when you do the same things as everybody else? You know? And he was like, I'm like, yeah. I mean, if you think you want to be better than everybody, you have to do more than everybody. You
Look
don't
at
get to do the same as everybody.
Look at
and
a
be better than
Kobe or
everybody.
somebody like
Yeah.
that. They talk about their work ethic and all of that stuff.
Shit, Muhammad Ali
you gotta-
did. All
you
them
gotta
fucking
do more.
people.
That's real shit.
All right.
All right.
Subscribe.